Oshio. I didn't. I was sitting there looking at my uh, video thing as I was editing on sharing some music and a testimony. Um, anyway, I don't know what happened. It just got cut off. It's been doing that. I've noticed. Not every time, but it's been doing that every once in a while, and I don't know what's going on. So I'm hoping this will finish it. As I was going on to try to say was, I was just remembering, we're talking about how good God is, and people take advantage of every little moment of life, and see, and you can scoff and you can mock, but the thing is, when you get down on your deathbed, when it's time has come, you quit the mocking then. And see, right now, some of you will mock, and but are you bothering me? No. Actually, it hurts me that you do. But it's bothering me. Nah, you're only hurting yourself, man. You know, you're just only hurting yourself and fooling yourself. You mock Christians and make excuses because they're hypocrisies, and all the New Agers and all them their stupid beliefs. Even they, on their deathbeds, they are afraid. That fear grips them. I want to tell you something, and it don't matter, because you start getting into that wrong junk, you're messing up. But see, I know that God is good, and you got to realize that you can look around you and see evidence. Even Paul the apostle, Shaul, he saw, he even mentioned this in the gospel of in the I guess it's a gospel, it's good news, in his epistle to the letter to the Romans, about how all this evidence has been around. Everything, the stars, the moon, the trees, the stream. This is all evidence that there is only one God, one Creator. And we have no excuse whatsoever. No matter what you say, no matter what your argument is, you have no excuses. No matter what your argument is to me, whatever your so-called presentations, God has proved himself greater than you. Let me tell you something. Now, this happened to me. Now, I have one of those testimonies about my life that is so long I could write 3 or 4 books in it. And I'm not going to go into the time frames here and everything. I'm just trying to give you one of my testimonies. God has been good to me, and I'm going to share this to you. So you don't want to be messing off. So you don't want. I hope this is help you understand. You don't want to be putting things off until the last moment, because you never know when your time has come. And the day of the Lord can be any day for you or me, because you're not promised tomorrow the next minute. There's too many things in the news where healthy people just drop like that. You tell me there ain't a God that don't exist. But let me tell you something. I remember, I'm not sure exactly how old I was. I'm guessing it was I'm guessing around 17, between 17, 18, somewhere I'm reckoning. I remember at that time I was starting to, it was at that point where I was starting to pull away from the church. Because just like a lot of you, I got tired of the hypocrites, and that was the most stupidest thing I ever did, because I was using them as the excuse. And because you get your eyes off Jesus, and let me tell you, that's where you're messing up. You start looking at their mistakes, someone who's messing up, whether it's pastor so and so, whoever, that's a big mistake. Now listen to me. I'm asking you to listen to me. I remember there was some reason I got mad. I got real angry at my father, and I was in my room. I lived in a 2-story house. I was upstairs in my room, and I got real angry. And oh, was I just steaming, like, I guess you'd have probably seen smoke or steam coming out of my mouth and ears and all this kind of stuff. That kind of mad, just holding it in, just But I remember I started getting cold. I mean, it was real cold all over, you know. And it, like I was, all of a sudden I was like losing my feeling in my body. I couldn't even move my fingers. If I was, I didn't know it. And unless you've been there, you're not going to really understand this. But it's the only way I can explain it, is that I felt my spirit starting to leave my body, and this scared me. I mean, this really scared me. Excuse the noise. We get a lot of commotion going on around here. And anyway, I thought I was going to die, and I just knew that if I would have died, I had a feeling I was not going to stand in the glorious presence of the Lord in peace. I knew what would have happened because my heart was not right. And let me tell you something, that was and I tried calling for help. And I couldn't hear myself. Apparently I was making some kind of noise, but I could not hear myself. Because next thing you know, they come busting through the door, and everything was like in slow motion, and then it was kind of like a blackout, kind of like blacking out and coming in and out, and the next thing you know, it's kind of like a video clip where pieces are missing. I remember being dragged out to the car, and then being in the car, you know, going on the road, and then next thing you know, I'm in the hospital. And next thing you know, I remember the doctor saying, you know, that I was very, as a quote him, you know, very lucky, because I almost died. Because my blood pressure had shot way up, you know, and I forget what it was at the time, but it was, we're talking deader than a doornail up, you know. And see, that's why I'm telling you, God has been good to me. And like you, that if you backslid and if you turned away from the Lord, but you still can feel this little tugging, and you've been kind of pushing out because you don't want to. Let me tell you, that's God's mercy calling out to you. You better listen. You better listen to me, because you're going to fight too many times and you're not going to come back. God is good. You don't want to play around. And He's there next to you and you don't know it. Quit playing games. The time is not to play games no more. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for crying, because I know God is real. And it hurts me that a lot of you play games and you blame others because of your stupid choices. You better quit playing, because tomorrow you could die in a car accident. And you saying don't pull that scare monger and stuff. I'll do everything I can to get you to realize by telling you the truth. I don't have to make up no stories, because you know the realities, because death is imminent at any time for you or me. Because you think because you're young, that don't protect you. But death is coming. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So until then, make the right choice. Turn to Yeshua and save your soul. He can help you. God bless you, my friends and my brothers and sisters. Ha-ho. Shalom.